everybody, welcome to 1986. Yes, I finally got around to do this video. Been planning to do it for the last 2 weeks, but yeah, here it is now. Yeah, another massive year for metal. Man, the amount of albums in 86 and the amount I don't have from 86, so please don't scream at the screen saying you should have had this, you should have had this. I'm only showing albums, as you know from the previous ones if you've watched them. I'm only showing albums I have in my collection. There's no point in me just rattling off a list off my phone of stuff from 86 that I like. But so these are my top 10 albums from 86 that I have in my collection. Now there's a lot of great stuff from 86. There's some stuff behind me here that's not on my list. But yeah, as these years goes on, it feels that they're getting more of a nostalgia feel, these videos, because these are albums that I would have listened to back in the day in 86, 87 that I would have heard. And yeah, and I would have enjoyed throughout my teens and still do to this day. So yeah, so there is a lot of nostalgia factor to these lists. So yeah, definitely from here on in any and out till 1989, 1990. So yeah, so I'm going to show you 10 records that I love from 86, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments your favourites. As I say, I usually do print out of lists and mark what I have from the various years, and I'm missing so much. Lots of good stuff. Now there's a lot of stuff I do have, but I'm not going to show it obviously because I'll just pick 10. These 10 albums are big albums. There's nothing really there's nothing on the ground here or anything. So yeah, so that's it. So I'm going to show you 3 movies as I always do. Excuse me, 3 movies from that year as well that I also enjoy. So horrors, because it is Halloween weekend. So yeah, Demons 2 came out, the follow-up. This is the one with the apartment block. Absolutely fantastic. If you haven't seen Demons 1 and Demons 2, you definitely need to go and check them out. They are great fun. Awesome little movie, that one. Next up, big one, literally, Big Trouble in Little China. John Carpenter, Kurt Russell. Absolutely amazing movie. Fantasy, horror, just a load of fun. There's probably the cover that you would recognise there. But yeah, I love this movie. I love all John Carpenter's movies. I don't really think he's done a really bad movie. Maybe The Ward. But yeah, that's even good that. But yeah, great movie that as well. And then of course this one here, Cronenberg one, had to throw in. I love this movie. I remember seeing this first and I was just blown away by the special effects and the whole idea. But it is a remake from the 1950s, I would reckon. Vincent Price movie, but it is The Fly. Absolutely banger. Second one wasn't great. It was that Eric Stoltz that was in it, but it's still watchable. But this is a classic horror movie. Definitely great one. Okay, let's make a wee bit of space here. In the background, we are listening to very low because I know what the copyrights are like. So we are listening to an album from '86 that I didn't include. So this is Rat, Dancing on the Cover. Another great album by Rat. You don't go wrong with Rat. And turn it down a wee bit, you probably can't hear it. I can just about hear it, but yeah, great album by Rat. Didn't make me list, not my favourite Rat album, but yeah, it's still a good album. So yeah, that's the cassette of that. Good fun. Okay, let's go. Let's get stuck into these in no particular order. Now the last album, as normal, is probably my favourite of the whole lot of them, but yeah, let's go. So the first up I picked is the mighty King Diamond. Debut King Diamond album came out in '86 after not leaving Merciful Fate, but yeah, this is the first King Diamond album. Fantastic stuff. Fatal Portrait. This is an OG copy from back in the day on Roadrunner Records. Yeah, it's in great condition. Fantastic album. I love this album, start to finish. The Candle, the Jonah, the Portrait. Looking in the Dark. Halloween, of course, was on this album as well. Voices from the Past. Haunted, great album, great band. Michael Denner, Andy LaRock, Timmy Hansen, isn't it, and Mickey D, of course, on drums, and the mighty King Diamond on vocals. So yeah, it's a great album, and it just led on to loads more great albums. You'll probably see a lot more of them coming up in the next few videos. So yeah, so the first album I'm going to show you from '86 is Fatal Portrait by King Diamond. Killer stuff. Okay, next up. This is an OG picture disc. I do have the OG CD on Roadrunner, but I didn't bring it over because I forgot. But yeah, this is a picture disc. I don't have lots of picture discs in my collection, and I'm not a big fan of them, even though they've got better over the years. Sorry about the noise here. It's in one of those stupid plastic sleeves just to protect it. So yeah, I loved this album when it came out. I still do. I only have their first 2 albums, a physical copy of them, but I loved them. This band was great when they came out, with the masks, the whole lot. This is a picture disc, a Roadrunner original picture disc. But yeah, fantastic album. Kind of US power metal album. I mean, kind of, it is US power metal, heavy metal album. So this is the debut album from Crimson Glory. I have no idea how that's going to look on thing. Big stupid square stuck in the middle of an old picture disc. But there is a cool picture of Midnight and the guys on the back, and Roadrunner Records. This play is fine still. There's a bit of noise on it, but it's fine. Like, as I say, I have the cassette or the CD. There isn't a CD. If I found a reissue of this, which I did with the next album, music on vinyl version, I would definitely pick it up, because this is a fantastic album. So what have we got in this? You've got Mayday, Berlin Starter, Queen of the Masquerade, Angel of War, Lost Reflections. I love that one. Creepy song, but it's just so cool. Valhalla, awesome. Dragon Lady, Heart of Steel, and Azrael. Azrael was the first song I heard of Crimson Glory. Heard it on the Friday Night Rock show, and just wow, what is this? These are awesome. Then I seen the guys in the masks, and I thought, okay, cool, fits the time. Yeah, Crimson Glory's debut, definitely for me. Big fan of US power metal, heavy metal, early stuff, and this is just great. Yeah, it's unfortunate it's a picture disc, but it's nice to have. But I would pick up another copy of it, like a regular black vinyl copy or something like that as well. So yeah, Crimson Glory debut, super album. Oh, okay. As I say, I don't even know which way these are coming out now, because they're all just sitting in front of me in a bundle. So up next, debut album. Now this album, I remember a friend of ours, his cousin or something from either the UK or from Northern Ireland, arrived on the scene with this, and we didn't know anything about this band, had never heard of or anything like that, and it just blew us away. So this is it's probably hair metal. Yeah, it's hair metal. It's not glam. It's hair metal. But when these guys came, they were stripped back. They were in denim jackets and cowboy boots. They weren't none of that fucking glammy shit. The hair, 80s hair, as everybody had then. Everybody in bands, and then this band, this album. This is a killer album. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. I love this album from start to finish. So this is an old OG press on what were these guys on? Geffen? Yeah, Geffen Records. I have 2 copies on OG actually, and they're both a bit shitty. So I would like a reissue or a proper copy of this. They play fine, but yeah, what an album! What an album from start to finish. Yeah, on Geffen Records. But yeah, killer band. Tesla. They went on to make some great albums after this. This, believe it or not, I might have the acoustic jam or something on cassette, but this is the only other Tesla stuff I have. But I love this album from start to finish. Every song on it is a banger. The guitar playing on it, the musicianship of these guys is amazing. Recently watched a live performance of them from a couple of years back, and man, them boys can play. There's something else. Easy Come, Easy Go, Coming At You Live, Getting Better, Too Late for Love, Rock Me to the Top, We're No Good Together is great, Modern Day Cowboy, classic. I actually have the 12-inch single of that, what am I saying? Changes, Little Susie, Love Me, Cover Queen, Before My Eyes. Perfect album, hard rock album from 1986. Absolutely killer stuff. If you don't know Tesla, you probably do, because they got very, very big at one stage. This album is it's just a banger. Can't say enough about this album. Frequently play this album, because it's just so good. I could have been, if I was making a tiered list, that would have been right up there. Because yeah, it's an absolute banger. It's well bet this copy got pulled out. There's even more of it falling off. But yeah, love it. Absolutely amazing album by Tesla. Class stuff. Yeah, so good. Okay, next album. The second album. I think their debut was in one of my other year lists. But this is a banger. Excuse me. I remember when we heard this when this came out first. It was all the Friday Night Rock show for us. All the stuff was popping up in Tommy Vance's show, and I heard a ton of bricks. Oh, fucking hell, man. Blew me away. The late great Dave Wynn. So Metal Church is the Dark. What a fantastic album. Yeah, I heard a ton of bricks. It was just like, wow, this is amazing. Start the Fire, Method to Your Madness, Watch the Children Play. classic song, man. Of My Dead Body, The Dark, the title track's amazing. Line of Death, Burial at Sea, absolutely love it. Kirk Arrington's drums on this are fantastic as usual. A brilliant, brilliant album by a brilliant, brilliant band. Still going strong, despite all the tragedies that they've had, but they're an amazing band. This is old Elektra copy. Yeah, still sounds good. This is original from back in the day when we were listening to Metal Church. Well, still are. But yeah, a banger of an album. Definitely worthy on my list. I love this band. I love this album. Big album for me in 86. Well, maybe not 86, maybe 87 or whatever I heard it. But yeah, massive band. Okay, this is a band that recently played in Ireland. Didn't go to see them because sort of their recent output has been shit now for me anyway, personally. Their last album, The Sick, The Dying and The Dead, wasn't too bad, but to be honest with you, I haven't really listened to it since I bought it. Listened to it once or twice when it was out because it was kind of the hype thing at that then, and yeah, it was a nice album, but I haven't gone back to it for some strange reason. But this album, massive album for us back then, absolutely killer stuff. It's Megadeth, of course. Peace Elves, but Who's Buying? Definitely the best album for me. Best trash album for me. I know a lot of people like Rust in Peace, but I think there's just a lot of noodly shit on that, and it's just fucking annoying, a lot of the shit on it. But this album, this is a reissue, obviously, on Somebody, EMI, I don't know, Capital Original or something like that. But yeah, what an amazing album. Amazing lineup back then. Mustaine, Poland, Gareth Samuelson, and of course Mr. Wank himself, Dave Ellefson. But yeah, what a class album from start to finish. Wake Up Dead, The Conjuring, Peace Cells, Devil's Island, Good Morning Black Friday, Bad Omen. I Ain't Superstitious, even not that bad. Megadeth and their covers. I believe they're doing a new one on the last album. My Last Words, banger of a record. Definitely Megadeth's best for me. And I absolutely love it. It's brilliant. Yeah, and I love the fucking cover, man. It's just amazing cover as well. So yeah, there you go. Megadeth, Peace Cells, but Who's Buying? Awesome record. Okay, next up we've got a bit of heavy metal. Another scorcher of an album from this band. Yeah, Iron Maiden, Summer in Time. Gotta be honest, one of their best. Absolutely banger. It's worth putting in just for the cover alone. But yeah, what a great album by Iron Maiden. This is obviously a reissue on Parlophone or some shite, doesn't matter. Caught Somewhere in Time, what a song. Wasted Years, one of my favourite metal songs of all time. Sea of Madness, Heaven Quit, Loneliness, The Long Distance Runner, wow, what a song. Stranger in a Strange Land, Alexander the Great, absolutely killer record, just by Martin Birch, of course. But yeah, Maiden, gotta be on it. Definitely gotta be on it. It's just an absolute classic album by Iron Maiden. Where's the cover? Awesome stuff. Okay, next up we're going for a bit of trash. We're going to Germany. Trash was kind of getting really predominant, wasn't it, back then in '86, which was great. Yeah, so this album blew me away. This is when I heard this album, it was so fucking heavy, man. I couldn't believe it. It was incredible. It was just so raw. Now listen to it nowadays, it still is, but it's pretty timid compared to a lot of stuff that's out. I've only recently listened to this, and it's kind of timid a bit, but it's just such a great album by the mighty Kreator. Pleasure to Kill has to be on the list, man. It's just a trash classic. Absolutely brilliant. Ripping Corpse, Pleasure to Kill itself, Riot of Violence. It's awesome. Under the Guillotine, Pestilence, Carrying On, this it is. But yeah, I was a massive Kreator fan when I was growing up, when I was in my teens. I think I had their first five albums, maybe 6 albums on OG vinyls. I just was collecting Kreator like mad. But yeah, and I'm back collecting their albums again, albeit reissues if it have to be. But yeah, I love it. This is a class album, cracking album. Yeah, as I say, when it came out, when I heard it first, I thought, wow, this is really heavy, this is really harsh. But yeah, it was great. Awesome. Kreator, Pleasure to Kill, absolutely fantastic. Okay, how are we doing? Yeah, we've got another 4 in our 10 on here. This album as well blew the shit out of us when this came out. When we heard this, like, we were just like blown away by amazing bass playing on this album. I love the production on this album. Love the singer. Love everything about this album. It's another classic album. So this is Flotsam and Jetsam, Doomsday for Deceiver. kind of pulling a blank there. This is a double vinyl reissue with loads of extras of demos and live stuff from Metal Shock and different versions and that. But yeah, what an album. Everybody's introduction to Jason Newsted before he left Flotsam went on to bigger things. Well, yeah, bigger things, of course, Metallica. And yeah, what an album. This is a green Flotzilla vinyl. Sounds great. Metal Blade Records reissue. But yeah, what an album. Amazing album. Listened to this to death when we got a copy of it. It was just amazing. It was so good. I just love the guitar playing on Flots. It's just so different. They really stand out and still putting out some great stuff. So yeah, you've got Hammerhead, Iron Tears, Death's Kreator, Fade to Black, amazing. The Doomsday for the Deceiver, the title track is just something else, man. It's amazing. Metal Shock, She Took an Axe, the Lizzie Borden one, Their Furor, and of course the instrumental Flotzilla. It's a brilliant album. The next album was amazing, but I think this is my favourite Flots album, so always going to make the list. Definitely a cracking album. Okay, next up we've got some doom metal. Now this wasn't my introduction to this band. You probably, if you watch my videos, you'll probably know I'm a big fan. But yeah, but I love this album so much. It's a doom classic, and it was the everybody's introduction to. It wasn't mine. I listened to Nightfall, but this is Candlemass's Epicus, Doomicus, Metallicus. Johan on the vocals on this one before Messiah joined. But yeah, 6 tracks of pure brilliance, Sabbath worship if you want, and it's not about Solitude, Demon's Gate, Crystal Ball, Blackstone Wielder, Under the Yoke, A Sorcerer's Pledge. It's all quality and absolutely epic. Epicus, Doomicus, Metallicus, just it's a perfect title for this album. Leif Eidling and the boys back there, and what an amazing album. Absolutely love it. Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm just reading the lyrics there and it's just so bloody epic. Awesome record. Okay, up next, two massive trash albums. You probably can tell what they are. It's 86, you know what they're going to be. Okay, so this was the number one went to kind of pure nostalgia. My favourite band growing up, and still highly regard them, even though the new stuff is pretty shit. But yeah, so we're not going to talk about them for a minute. We're going to talk about this fucking half an hour classic of pure brilliance. Slayer. Fucking hell. What Rain in Blood. Heard this on cassette first. My mate had the cassette, and man, we were just blown off our feet, man. We didn't know what was going on with this. It was so short. I remember we were listening to, I don't know, Magnum Kingdom of Madness, and then he arrived on the scene and said, play this, and what the hell is going on? This was amazing, and it still is. It's still a banger. Of course, everybody knows Rain and Blood. It's just full of classics. Angel of Death, Peace for Peace, Necrophobic, Altar Sacrifice, Jesus Saves, Criminally Insane, Rain and Blood, Postmortem, Epidemic. Absolutely pure metal. This is if anybody asks you for a metal album from the 80s, pure metal album, this is the one to show them. The classic lineup, the classic album, Rain and Blood. Awesome record. As I say, all these are pretty standard big albums on this list, but they're big albums for a reason, because they are fucking excellent. And what can you do? You can put some loads of smaller underground stuff on it, but would they be the best ones in it? It might. But anyway, okay, next up, the classic and my favourite by this band. I think Ride the Lightning was in the 84 video. Gotta show this. Master of Puppets. It's one of my favourite albums of all time. It was a big, massive introduction to me to the heavier side of metal. And I just loved everything about this. Used to record it on dub tapes and make mixes of this album with the other albums, and it was just pure insanity. Just massive Metallica fan. Got my Metallica tattoo. No, you don't want to see that shit. But yeah, this is an old phonogram version, Vertigo. I think this is from 1989 or something version of the album. I could be completely wrong. It's got the Vertigo spaceship on it. I know it's an older version of it, alright. Had many versions of it throughout the years. The Gatefold one at one stage as well. Double album version of it, and Ride the Lightning. I know where they are now, aiming. But yeah, classic album. What can you say? Deserves to be number one for me. Definitely. Battery Puppets, Thing They Shouldn't Be, Sanitarium, Disposable Heroes, Leper Messiah, one of my favourite Metallica song. Of course, the amazing Cliff on Orion, just brilliant, and Damage Inc. to finish it off. What a great album. Classic album for 86, of course. It was always going to be there for me anyhow. As I say, this is my list. These are the ones I have. These are the ones I enjoyed. Okay, I always show a few honourable mentions, or just show a few more records from it. So I'm going to show you a couple of trash records from 86 as well, that we would have heard back in the day. As I say, maybe not 86 because I was 13, so maybe it was a year or two later or whatever. Like, you know, it's all a blur. But yeah, this was a massive album for us as well. And this is an OG. It's not an OG copy, but this is the copy that we had from back in the day. This is on Shark Records out of Germany. So this is Sepultura's Morbid Visions. Yeah, wow. They don't come much rawer than this. This was as raw and still sounds as raw. Shark Records. It was redone, as we know, by the Cavalera thing, and it's great. I do like it, but I prefer this, to be quite honest. I like the rawness of this. And yeah, great release from Sepultura, and then went on to bigger things and better albums, and yeah, great band live. Got to see them the last year or so, I think, and it was great. But yeah, what a great album this. Troops of Doom. Classic stuff. Another album, Australian trash band. We got introduced to this probably on cassette as well, and loved this one and loved the follow-up. Maybe the follow-up was the one we heard first, but this album is great. Absolutely love the intro to this album, The Course. It's one of my favourite intros on a record. It's just fantastic. So Australia's Mortal Sin, Mayhemic Destruction. It's just a cracking 80s heavy metal or trash album, and it's just, we call it standard trash album, but yeah, mid-paced, and yeah, just awesome. Women in Leather, Lebanon, Liar. Yeah, haven't heard this in a while. Need to spin this as well. This is a reissue on some kind of mad looking marble red effect, but yeah, quality album from them Australian dudes. I've only ever heard their first two albums. I don't know what, I know there is other stuff. Another band, German band that was massive for me in the 80s growing up, was the Mighty Tankard. I remember having a lot of Tankard stuff, the 80 and EP and a few other things back then in the day as well. But yeah, I love Tankard. This is Zombie Attack. Zombie Attack's on this. Empty Tankards on the course. Well, I have one version of Empty Tankard, Trash Till Death, Alcohol, Maniac Forces. I love the whole fun aspect of Tankard when I was growing up, and it was just cool, and they're such a great band. Still putting out some cool stuff too as well, so that had to go on the list because that's just pure nostalgia. Next up, gonna show you, I'm just got a pile of records just sliding across the floor here, is Hallows Eve, Death and Insanity. I remember hearing this back in the 80s and it was great. Featured some of the songs on the River's Edge movie, which is, I love that soundtrack, have to get that. But yeah, great trash band. Death and Insanity, Goblet of Gore, Lethal Tendencies, I think that was in that movie. Suicide, Die, Death in Effect. Yeah, great. Love this album. It's great. The previous one before it, can't remember the name, but it's great. It's a lot different. This is a bit more polished, a bit more Mortal Sin, if you will, mid-paced trash, really good stuff though. Great album. And I'm just going to finish off on 86 on a UK band that was huge, and this is such a great album. I only recently got this into my collection in the last 6 months, we'd say. I don't really know, can't remember anything anymore, but yeah, great album by the Mighty Onslaught. This was the album before Steve Grimmer joined, so this is what's the name of the bloody singer, Psychealer. Yeah, but just a great solid trash album. Let There Be Death, Metal Forces, Fight with the Beast, Flame of the Antichrist, Trash Till the Death. Great stuff. This is a reissue. I think it's on the blue vinyl. It is blue. There you go. But yeah, another great trash album from '86. And there was so many albums. Looking down at that list, there was so many albums. I pulled out some other stuff, as you can see behind me, but the list, you had big hair metal album with Bon Jovi, Slippery and Wet in '86, Black Sabbath 7 Star, Europe had the Final Countdown out, what else, Dio Intermission, Cryptic Slaughter, except Russian Roulette. Could have pulled that out very easily because that was a great album. This is just stuff that I have in my collection. Heir Apparent, great album. Vinnie Moore, Killer Dwarves. Malmsteen had Trilogy out, great album. Yeah, the list goes on and on and on. Sabotage, Fight for the Rock. That's it, guys. That is my list. Well, my 10 favourite albums and a few other ones just thrown in just for the fun of 1986. Yeah, as I say, I think I found this a bit easier because they are just stone cold classic albums, and they definitely deserve in the top 10 list as far as I'm concerned, anyway. But you can tell me different. You can tell me what you like. Do you want to put in the AC/DC Who Made Who soundtrack, which I do have, which is good, but it's okay, it's good. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you watching these videos, getting a good response from them, plenty of comments, and let me know what albums I've missed. And as I say, these printouts of the list of all the albums from each year is great because it lets me hunt some other stuff as well that I need for the collection. So I'm going to leave you. It's Saturday morning. As I say, let me know in the comments what you think. I will see you all on the next video, maybe one during the week. Now I've got Scream For Me Festival next Friday and Saturday in Cavan, 17 bands playing, so I'm going to be pretty busy with that. So yeah, a lot going on, so I'll be back soon though with something new, maybe a collection update because I've got a lot of stuff in. Anyway, that's enough waffling. Thanks for watching, appreciate you, and I will see you all in the next video. Alright, Shlán.